Des, King of the Pit TV. This one's called Duality. We're listening to subliminal verses from start to finish. I think I've heard this one before. I haven't pressed play yet. 62 million views. I think this is one of the one hits off of here, because we've got a couple of hits, right? We've got Pulsing and Maggots and Before I Forget, which I'm aware of because I downloaded both of them on LimeWire back in the day, and I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed them tunes, alright? I think I kind of downloaded The Blister Exists because I remember a couple of riffs off that record, but I didn't like it as much because it didn't have that singer-songwriter-esque banging chorus hook what we see in Pulsing and Maggots and Before I Forget. This is Duality. I think I've heard this one before. I think we've got a sing-along section to this, alright? I think this song used to be on the playlist of a club night I used to go to. Yeah, some grebo, grungy club night, right? I think this was on the playlist. Let's check it out.
I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache.
Them keys are mischievous. October's here. Yeah, I don't know what time you're seeing this video. Probably a lot later than October, but October's here right now where I'm based and in the past. So welcome to those in my time machine. Yeah, I'm getting spooky October feelings with this. Got to put typo negative on next.
But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on.
I mean, really, if you think about it, this is quite a simple riff, quite a simple section, full stop. The drumming isn't, as overloaded as it has been. The riff is dum dum dum, just like stop and go, stabs at the guitar, and we don't have these like crazy ad libs with the extra instrumentation. You don't have to push it.
Until my veins collapse, I've waited as my time's elapsed. Now all I do is live with so much fate.
If you like guitars like this sounds like some of the tough guy, well, I say tough guy, maybe not necessarily, but like late 80s New York hardcore mosh bands. It sounds like a breakdown riff, this. If you like riffs like this, check out a New York hardcore band called Breakdown, man. I reckon you'll like them.
For this, I've bitched at that. I've left behind this little fact. You cannot kill what you did not create.
Do me a favour, yeah? Listen to a song called Breakdown called Street Fight if you like riffs like this. Trust me.
I've gotta say what I've gotta say, and then I swear I'll go away, but I can't promise you'll enjoy the noise. I guess I'll save the best for last. My future seems like one big past. You're left with me cause you left me no choice. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops me. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it. Put me back together, or separate the skin from bone. Leave me all the pieces, then you can leave me alone. Tell me the reality is better than the dream, but I found out the hard way. Nothing is what it seems. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops me. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on,
All I've got is insane. Yeah, let me ask you something, right? Obviously, this is all subjective. We give real opinions and discussions on this channel. We don't over exaggerate and do all of this false everything is brilliant and suits me, which you might find elsewhere. 62 million views, and this is one of the most popular tracks going, and this was the song that got played at these club nights I went to. I know this song, right? These views are coming from the chorus section, right? Because the verse section isn't anything too special. It gives a great dynamic. So you're awaiting and it's building tension to that big banging chorus. But it's all in the chorus, innit? Because overall, as a track, I do think the verse sections are fantastic. Like the, spoken word, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the old.
That restraint was really good before kicking into that chorus. This might possibly be the last one, so they really amped it up and emphasised that. Let me just say at this point, Slipknot are writing pop songs, to be honest with you, because the way they've laid this song out, at least in comparison to the previous songs, I mean, they have come in on a metal sort of tip, but now they've reached Duality, I think they've sort of put on their music industry boots. Whether you'd consider it selling out a little bit, thinking, you know what, let's write a banger. Because the way the dynamic changes from verse to chorus, and the way we've got verse sections, and then we elevate it into the big banging chorus, and the last chorus. The rule with the last chorus is, right, people have heard that chorus twice before, so we're going to triple it up for the people who enjoy it. But considering they've stayed until the end of the track, we can give them a little bit more, we can experiment a bit more, we can have a bit more of a party with it. And that little restraint to re-emphasise and boost this last chorus bigger than the others in a way by building and establishing more tension really shows the songwriting capabilities and abilities what are in this band. I'm actually just going to have a quick check at the credits here to see what the deal is with the writing, and look at this. Writer Chris, Corey, Craig, Jim, Joey, Mick, Paul, Sean, Sid. Rick Rubin was on production. Wow. Cool, right. So I don't know the names of all the individual members of Slipknot, but they've all got writing credits on this. I don't know if that's like literal songwriting credits, if they've all taken a cut. If so, that's pretty neat. You know, that sort of showcases why so many people in the band have worked out for the amount of time it has done. Because whomever has written the lyrics could very easily just say, no, I wrote the lyrics, I want 100% of the songwriting credit, which would, you know, for Slipknot, put this individual, you know, in a lot, put them in a bracket ahead of the rest, I'll tell you that. So that's interesting stuff. Anyway, I digress, people. Let's keep it moving.
I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly.
Let me just add as well, there's no metal riffing going on in this chorus. It's just power chords. Doon, 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 doon. It's low frequency. It's tuned on like a drop B or B standard guitar, or maybe even as low as A. But if this was tuned on standard tuning, this could be a pop punk chorus, you know?
Starts the end. Was made of all the things I have to take. Jesus never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it. All I've
I like this breakdown here because they don't take it all the way to their lowest chug. I think that might be a D, right? It sounds so heavier because they drop it from this. Goes to show you don't need to utilize your lowest frequencies and just chug on the open to be super heavy. I think that's the D. Am I wrong, people? People who can play this song on guitar, is that a D chord? Because that sounds reminiscent of just like a drop D hardcore breakdown. Just what all of them early 2000 bands were doing. Sounds like a band called First Blood. Right, anyway, let's keep it moving, right? We finished that tune, Duality. I want to put respect on Duality because I think it more than likely was a doorway for a lot of fans to come in and start checking this band out and getting into this band, so I respect that a lot. I like this band because they're not afraid to move into the clean vocals and have great big epic choruses, you know what I mean? They're not afraid to do so whilst remaining really heavy and, you know, in their own way complex and, you know, technical.